Today I'm going to talk about Publisher Rocket and its recent upgrades that make it easier for authors to use and find keywords and categories. If you're not familiar with Publisher Rocket, it's a program for self-published authors that want, well, for any author actually, who wants to place ads on Amazon and best find the keywords and categories that will give it more visibility and have Amazon actually show it to more readers who are looking for books. So today we're going to talk about those upgrades. I'm going to show you how I revised my ads. So hopefully it will help you if you are thinking of placing ads on Amazon and thinking of using Publisher Rocket.
You have a story to tell, but you don't know where to start. Let me show you how to free your story. I teach you how to write and how to dig deep in your soul to release your story and make a difference in the world.
Welcome to the Julianne Monta channel. If you are new to my channel, I am an author, women's fiction author, and I am here on Fridays to give you some tips on how to improve your writing and hopefully get your novel published. So today let's talk about this program, Publisher Rocket. Again, if you're not familiar with it, Dave Chesson is the creator of the program. He created it to help authors place ads effectively on Amazon. Unfortunately, once you go through all the different steps to get your book published, obviously write it, edit it, get it formatted and ready to upload onto the various sites. Could be Amazon, or you may be including it on Barnes & Noble and other sites as well. But that is only the beginning. You can't just upload it on Amazon and hope for the best, because the best will be that your immediate family and friends will go and purchase your book, but then no one else will be able to discover it. So it's worth, in my opinion, to run ads on Amazon. And I only recently started doing this, maybe about a year ago. It's a process to learn exactly how to do it and how to do it well, because it can be a little confusing. So I found a program. It was recommended by many people online to purchase it. It's not super expensive. I believe it's $149. I will have to look for that, but I think that's what it's currently going for. So what it does is it helps you to find keywords. So Amazon will ask you to, first of all, categorize your book. Where does it fall? Is it a sci-fi story? Is it a romance? What is it? And it'll give you various categories to choose from. You want to make sure that you're placing your book under the right category, because that's where your readers are going to go look for your book, right? So if they're looking for a romance, then you want to make sure that you categorize it not only under a romance, but also what type of romance is it? Is it a romantic suspense? Is it a rom-com? Is it what, right? Where does it fall? Is it a family drama? So once you categorize it correctly, the other thing that Amazon will ask for are keywords. So these are keywords that will help, again, readers find your book. What are they looking for specifically? So when I started using Publisher Rocket, it was good because it did help me to do that, but they just created a new upgrade that makes it even easier to be able to find those keywords and be able to choose the right ones that will fit your book, that will get your book noticed, and that will help Amazon really to place your book and know how to categorize it and what readers to send those ads to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here on my screen what I did just on my recent ad to find these keywords and categories that fit my book. So specifically what Dave Chesson has said that this new upgrade does is that it receives relevant keywords for your book directly from Publisher Rocket, eliminating the need for extensive searches. It also improves your campaigns and lowers your cost per click for those targeted keywords, because you are using the right ones, right? You're using the keywords that your readers will look for. Gain unprecedented insight into how Amazon views your book. Streamline ad creation, optimization, management for your Publisher Rocket dashboard. Save your book in save your book's information for easy updates to your ads campaigns, and access comprehensive video training courses on mastering Amazon ads. And so what does that look like? So let me show you. So what you're going to find is that now there will be an Amazon tab at the top of your Publisher Rocket. And so what I'll have you look at here is that the first screen that you're going to see, where Rocket asks you for your book's ASIN number, which identifies it. This identifies your ebook. So it's going to look like this. This is the first page after. So here's where it says Amazon ads. And then you go down here, you put in your book's ASIN number, and then you search for it. When you search for it, it will pop up, is this your book? So as long as you got the ASIN number correctly, then your book will pop up. So you say, yes, this is my book. You click on this is my book, and it will take you to the next page. So this is the next page that it takes you to. It takes you to the keywords where you're supposed to enter the keywords that you're going to use in Amazon when you're placing the ad. So what this does is that Amazon uses these keywords to figure out where your book fits best, right? So this is why you want to have keywords that are relevant to your book. These are not the exact keywords. I was just kind of playing around to see what I could use. I used Latino literature because my book has Latino characters in it. It does deal with immigration, and that's what the story is about, is these two characters that immigrate to the United States, and they're looking for the American dream. So another keyword that I thought would fit well is American dream, immigrant story, family journey, Hispanic family saga, women's fiction, because it does fall into the women's fiction category, and also a little bit of historical fiction because it takes place between the 1960s and really the 1990s. So it is, not far off history, but it does have a historical element to it. So again, I've played around with these. So these were some of my first choices. So I put these in here and I click continue. At that point, Rocket pulls up books that Amazon thinks are similar to mine. So this is kind of eye-opening, at least it was for me, because some of these books were not at all like my book. So this is a problem, because if Amazon is showing my book to readers who prefer to read these books that are completely different from mine, then the people that want to buy these books are not going to be interested in my book because it's not similar. Even though Amazon is telling them, hey, if you like this book, you probably like this book. Once they click on that book and my book, and they look at the description of it, they're going to say, well, no, that's not really what I'm interested in because the book is so different. So I did change things a little bit. So you are allowed to change them. So Amazon will show you some books. Some of them are good. So American Dirt, I thought, okay, it's an immigrant story. So this one is close enough. This one might not be. It's just more of a women's fiction. So because I did have women's fiction as one of my categories, that's what it pulled up. And for some of these, I had to look them up. Like, okay, is this close enough? Like, what is just Kristen Hanna's Distant Shores? Is it something that is similar to mine, or that someone who read Distant Shores or wants to read Distant Shores would be interested in Let Us Begin? Maybe it says Distant Shores, so it does sound like something far away, or that somebody is coming from somewhere else. And I know that Kristen Hanna is also a women's fiction author, so it could be, right? So I had to check these out, and then you accept the ones that you want, and then you reject the ones that you don't want. So you click on them basically and say, yes, this does match my book. So from here, Rocket produces a series of reports with keywords to use in your Amazon ad. Not all of those words, again, are going to be relevant. So you can choose the ones that are the most relevant and then reject the other ones or change them. So for example, one keyword that was not relevant to Let Us Begin was mystery. And why it had mystery, I have no idea. My book is not a mystery. So to me, again, that was a problem. Why did Rocket recommend that keyword and phrases that were similar to that when my book is not a mystery? So for some reason, my keywords are confusing Amazon, and so they are they are suggesting books and keywords that are not similar to mine. So it could be that maybe it matched because maybe there was a mystery that had Latino characters or had immigrants in it, and maybe that's why Amazon suggested it, because they thought, well, it's a mystery, but it's an immigrant story, which is similar to yours because yours is an immigrant story. And that could be true, and it could be that Amazon knows better, and Amazon knows that people did read this other book, even though it's a mystery, but it did have Latino immigration stories, then maybe it would be similar enough to mine. So you have to, at that point, take a look at the book and make a decision whether it is close enough to your book or not, and select only the keywords that are going to match your book and your story. So you can see here in this next slide that it shows me some keyword targets. So it's got Australian author, books prime, and some of these, supposedly the relevance is super high. I didn't think that some of these were actually high. So the historical fiction with narration, maybe. Historical mystery books, again, no. Excellent storytelling mystery. It's focusing a lot on mystery, and that's not what my book is about. So again, I couldn't choose these keywords because I thought they are not actually representative of my book. So it helps, though, because what you may say, well, then what good is Rocket? It's recommending all these. Well, Rocket really isn't recommending these. Amazon is, right? Amazon is saying, based on how you described your book, based on the other books that it's similar to, these are the keywords that we suggest. Well, no, right? So if it's correct, if you are writing a mystery, then you would click on it. And so every time that you click on one of these, it moves it to the side, and it creates a big list of possible keywords that might fit your book. So once you're ready to place your ad, what you're going to do is hopefully have some really great keywords that you can feed to Amazon, and it's going to make it more likely that Amazon will show your book to the right readers rather than to the wrong readers. So if you didn't do this, if you didn't go through something like Publisher Rocket, or at least do it yourself, right, where you're trying to figure out, well, what my book is mostly like. If you don't do that, then you're really relying on Amazon to try to decide where your book fits. And that can really cause a problem, because as you can see, sometimes Amazon doesn't have an idea of where your book fits. So the cost of Publisher Rocket actually has gone up from the last time that when I purchased it, I think it was $149. It is now $199, which I think is still really great. You get lifetime access to it. So any updates that Chesson does on Rocket, you get that automatically. It's like this change that he made. I didn't have to pay extra for it. I just did an update on my Publisher Rocket software, and there it was. So it's really nice because all these updates that he's constantly working on, I get to benefit from that. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to get that? I tend to like data, because the more data you have to figure out how your book is doing, if the keywords, if I'm describing it accurately, if the categories are correct. The more data that I have, the better the decisions I'm going to be able to make on my ads, and the closer I'm going to get to the readers, to finding the readers that would love my book. So Amazon won't be showing my book to people who are mystery writers, because I will tell them, no, my book it's not a mystery. My book is a drama. It's a family drama. It has nothing to do with mystery. So I will have control of where my book is being placed, in a way, because I can't tell Amazon, well, show it to this reader. I have no idea who all the readers are, but Amazon does know, right? They know that if somebody likes a certain book, they might like a different type of book. So I have to make sure, though, that my book is similar enough to that book that the reader really will like it. Otherwise, what's happening is the reader is like clicking on it because Amazon says, you might like this. They'll click on my book, they'll read it and say, no, I don't like this type of book. Okay, and so what happens at that point? I have paid for that person to click on because you pay per click. If they clicked on my book and they decided that they didn't like it, I'm still paying Amazon for them to click on it. So it really benefits me to clearly explain what my book is, have the correct keywords, have the correct categories, so that it will be shown to the readers that will most likely like my book. So I do think that this new update is super helpful, that it does help with finding the keywords, and it helps in showing you based on your categories where Amazon, what type of books Amazon thinks your book is similar to. And you can change that. You can fix it and say, no, my book is not like that. So I do think that this new update is very helpful. It helps me as the author know where Amazon, what readers Amazon is placing my book in front of. Okay, so I hope that this helps you. It helps you to see a little bit more about what this program is like. I did put a link in the description below to, if you're interested in looking at Publisher Rocket and seeing how it might help you. He also has a lot of like really cool free things on his site, so definitely take a look at that. All right, I hope that this has helped. If it has, please give this channel a like and subscribe to the channel so that you can come back next week. And thank you for being here. See you next week.